Okay, guys, I don't want to take any more of your time. We'll start 5 minutes after the bell rings, and it's 9:56 in my clock, so we're good to go. If you did not sign in for any reason, make sure that, or you did not go back and re-sign in, because we want to make sure that you get your points for showing up and get your Eagle Award points for showing up. I'm J.D. Walker. I'm the coordinator of student leadership and engagement. And Mr. Neely's been doing a lot of these class meetings, but I'm kind of filling in for him today. So we're going to kind of walk you through some certain things just to make you more knowledgeable of kind of what's going on here at Allen High School and to try to hopefully get you a little bit more engaged and know some of the things that's going on. So here's some of the things we'll talk about today. Some athletic events, a little bit of class info, class ring info, homecoming, some counselor info, and then the main focus is engagement and Eagle engagement. Before I get going on it, I want to ask for your help. Your parents got an email last night. You've seen it in the halls. You've heard the chatter, all that type of stuff, of some of the stuff that's going on in our school system that's not right? And the vandalism and some of the stuff that's going on here at the schools. If you see something, say something. This is your school. It's not our school, right? We help run it, but it's your school. And we're not going to tolerate it. What you need to understand is the actions of few can injure many. That saying, privilege. You have privilege periods. Right now as a sophomore, you can have 1, juniors can have 2, seniors can have up to 3. Privilege can go away. Okay, it's a privilege, not a right. A lot of schools go to class from 8:50 to 4:10, and they go through first period through 8th period, or if they're on a block schedule, they go to first, second, third, and fourth, whatever it is. We are allowing privilege. They're not handling it very well, all right? And when I say they, it's those that are not doing the right things. You're doing the right thing. You're coming here. You're going to your class meetings. I'm talking to the choir for the most part, but we need your help. It's your school, because what can happen is we can eliminate it. We're already going to start tightening it down next week. You'll be able to go to the cafeteria. You'll be able to go to the commons. You'll be able to go to the library. That's it. There is no more Eagle's Nest, upper or lower. There is no collaborative spaces in G Hall, F Hall, that stuff. Till you can figure out how to act, and they can do what they're supposed to do, and you can get from point A to point B, not going to happen. If it gets worse, we'll eliminate privilege altogether, and you'll basically be going to those classes, and you'll check in and check out, and that's where you'll be. There is no going to work during 8th period because I have privilege. Well, it's a privilege. If you're failing 2 classes, you don't go to work. You go to academic monitoring because privilege goes away. It's a privilege, not a right. Okay? So we need everybody on the same page. We need your help. I don't want you to stop it, stuff like that. I want you, if you hear things or you see something, you go to the nearest teacher that's there and say, hey, something's going on. Something's going on over there. You might go check it out. Something's going on. Report it to somebody, report it to an adult, and let's take our school back. That's ridiculous. I mean, we got one of the nicest schools in the state of Texas, probably in the nation. We're all spoiled rotten to it, right? We could be in a lot of different locations that don't have near what you have to offer. So that's enough about that, but I just wanted to make sure and ask for you all to help. Also with the lunch, depending on what lunch you have and things like that, lunch lines are getting longer and longer. Why is that? We're short-staffed. We're short-staffed with cooks, all right, and with people that are working in the student nutrition. It's the same way. It's all over the place. So my advice, bring your lunch. You don't have to stay in that line, all right? If you're not to, you can't mess around. You got to get where you're at and get in and get out. But just know that lunch lines are an issue, okay? How do you avoid that? Bring your own lunch. That's what I would do, all right? If you've got free and reduced and you can go and get that, then you need to get where you're at and you need to get in that line as quickly as possible, all right? But just know we're not going to allow you another 15 minutes to eat your food and all that stuff if you don't get it 20 minutes in because you've been standing in line for 20 minutes. Find the shorter line. You may not get pizza today. You may need to go have something else or bring your own lunch. But just know there's nothing we can do about it because we're 3 lines short than what we usually have of food for the people, and it's nobody's fault other than what we're dealing with. So those are the things that we're going to talk about as far as just some logistics and some housekeeping stuff. So let's get into the presentation, keep you about 15 minutes, and we're out of here. Athletic events. We have one of the biggest student sections in all of Texas, and it's fun and energetic and all that stuff, but we're going to do the right things, and it's geared towards football, but we want it for everything. and not just athletic events, but we're talking about specifically athletic events right now. You must have your trust card in order to get into the student section. You can still come to the game, but you can't sit in the student section without your ID and your trust card. You've got to have that, okay? We're not going to allow bags anymore. The first 2 games, we were trying to be nice, and we would keep them aside, and you could pick it up after. Don't bring a backpack. Don't bring your purse. Don't bring things into, and that's for your protection, all right? So don't bring bags in there. And make sure you purchase, especially for football, purchase your tickets online. There won't be any handheld tickets anymore. It's just purchasing online. They'll be able to scan your phone for that. And they go on sale the week of. So on that Monday, you can go on, and they go all the way up till game day, till about 2 o'clock. If for whatever reason you didn't think you were going to go, and then, hey, I'm back in town, and you want to go to the game, you can go to the kiosk that's there and buy it at the gate, but it takes a little bit longer and all that type of stuff. But so we highly recommend that you just purchase it online and do it early. When you're there, cheer, be energetic, do the chants and stuff that they're doing, but be respectful, okay? And understand what event you're at, okay? We are here to be a home field advantage for our athletes and whatever sport and stuff that we're cheering. We want to really cheer on our athletes more than degrade the other team, okay? Cheer on your athletes, see what's there, try to make a home field advantage that maybe we get an extra touchdown or an extra 5 points or whatever it is, depending on what we're doing. And then be smart about it. You can yell to the top of your lungs outdoors at a football game when there's 2,500 people around you. If you're at a volleyball contest, and it's a lot like this, if one of y'all yelled out right now, I could tell exactly where it came from. Be smart on what you're doing and how you're being vocal and all that stuff, but have fun with it, all right? And we want you to really highly get encouraged. You'll get points for going to athletic events in your Eagle engagement, which we'll talk about here shortly. If you refuse to do any of these things, you'll be removed from the game itself, and we'll kick you out of the stands and then probably out of the game. I'm just going to talk briefly about the class rings. Talked to the juniors yesterday and or earlier in the week. Your junior year, you'll be able to order a class ring if you so choose to. You don't have to. It costs you about $100 if you wanted that. It can go all the way to the Cadillac to $400 or $500 if you wanted to do that. But you can get them as least as $100. It's a really neat tradition we have here. And then after you graduate your senior year, we have the turning of the rings. You'll learn more about that next year. But the juniors are actually buying theirs right now through October. With the early bird specials and all that stuff. But that's something for you to look forward to about class rings that's coming. So your junior year and stuff, you'll be able to purchase a class ring if you want to do that and wear it your junior and your senior year. Homecoming. You kind of got a tease at the pep rally the other day. Homecoming will be, it's an 80s theme. It's back to the 80s. It'll be neon and things like that. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's probably one of the biggest events that we have here on campus and one of the most fun events that we have. I highly encourage you to get involved and come with your friends if you want to do that. There's 2 different ticket prices. You can do the $25 general admission for you and your guest, or you can do a VIP guest. It gets you in a little quicker with a little bit more amenities and stuff that will come with that for $40 a piece. You and your date have to have the same ticket. One of you can't do a 25 and the other one does a 40. Either both do 25 or both do a 40 if you wanted to do that. There's several amenities that come with that. I'm not going to get into that, and they'll give more hints and stuff of how that, but there's some pretty neat things that they're talking about doing with the VIP special. Nominations. Be a representation of Allen High School. Vote. You hear the same thing in politics and everything else. Nobody votes. We have 100,000 people here at Allen High School, or Allen, Texas, and there'll be times that there'll be some type of a voting election, and there might be less than 3,000 people that vote out of 100,000. And then every one of them gripe, I can't believe he got elected. Did you vote? Did you vote? So that's your voice. There'll be nominations that'll take place here in about a week or 2, and then you'll know who your homecoming royalty is, and then vote on them. And the voting will take place for about a month from around 9/27 to 10/20. The actual homecoming game is 10/22 on that Friday, and then the homecoming dance is on that Saturday evening from 8 to 11 o'clock. So if you're interested in that, like I said, it's a lot of fun times. You don't have to have a date. We have a lot of girls that come together and have fun, or boys that will come together in groups of 5 or 10, and they'll have a good time. So just if it's something that you want to do, homecoming it's a really neat deal, and they'll decorate the whole school, and it'll be really neat in that one area, the cafeteria and the Eagle's Nest and one of the gyms, and they doll it all up, and it looks pretty neat. Usually the counselors talk. They've been talking to the seniors and talking to the juniors. You're actually going to be pulled out, and each one of you will individually be able to talk to your counselors in the coming months. So be looking for that. If you've got questions or concerns about your pathway, or you want to change your pathway, or what's this look like, or you've got some other things that you would just like to question, they'll be pulling you out individually and talking to you. Your house offices, all right? If you know what your house office is, these are the counselors that are in each of your house office. If you have a pressing issue, don't wait till they pull you out. Go see your counselor. Go talk to her if you've got something that is crucial that you need to talk to them about. That's what they're there for. We also have a crisis counselor, Jennifer Atencio, that's there as well. So don't feel like you have to wait for them to come to you to talk. If you've got something that's going on, please reach out to them. They're here for you to help you, but they are going to talk to you individually about being engaged and what does your pathway look like and what's your schedule. Have you been thinking about your schedule for next year and what you want to do? But they're going to call you individually in the coming months and talk about that. They talk about this. They said it's been a long time since COVID disrupted our normal way of doing things. Some of y'all haven't been in the school setting since the first semester of your 8th grade year. It's crazy when we think about that. So that's some of the issues we're having in the hallways. We have juniors and sophomores that haven't been in a school setting in a year and a half. And now all of a sudden they're back with structure and they don't know what to do, right? It's crazy. Y'all have overcome a lot, all right? Y'all strove, and you have proven yourself to be strong, resilient, and flexible. If nothing else, that's what we've been doing. Some of you had big-time sacrifices from COVID. Some of you had the ultimate. You may have family members or whatever. It's been tough, and it's been tough on it, and we're not done yet, all right? But you're resilient. You're going to be stronger for that, all right? And this is the cards that have been dealt to us, so what are we going to do with it, right? Here's what we are. Put one foot in front of the other, and we're still going to have a great year. At least we're getting to come back to school, and we're having things done. We're able and learning how to deal with it. But you need to applaud yourself for being where you are. So let's get into the engagement piece. Get involved. How do I get involved? I don't understand, don't know what to do. Go to our Allen website, all right, and you can go and where it says activities up there on the top left, if you'll click on activities, when you click on that activities, it brings all these clubs and organizations up. We have over 117 clubs here at Allen High School. Mrs. Juntman is in the back. She's over clubs and organizations, does an outstanding job of getting all that put together and everything, but it talks about who the sponsor is, what their email is, when their meeting times are, all that type of stuff. We have clubs for everybody. If you're not involved at Allen High School, it's your fault. It's because you choose not to be. If you're not involved here, it's because you don't choose to be. Did you know we had a fishing club? Did you know we had a chess club? Did you know we had a Harry Potter club? A Harry Potter club? No, I didn't know we had this. They have something for everyone. Get involved. Some of you are in orchestra, you're in band, or you're in athletics. Awesome. That's one. What else are you involved with? Get involved in your school. You'll meet new people. It will get you out of your comfort zone. You'll learn how to communicate better. All right? It will make you a more engaged student. And that's what we want to do, is being a more engaged student. So get on that. Look and see what interests you if you're not in those clubs and organizations. Now, here's the deal. Don't stretch yourself too thin. Don't get in too many clubs and organizations where now you're not good to anybody, right? Some people do that too. You get over-involved. So know where your threshold is. Know what your line is. Keep your grades up. That's most important. But get involved. So how it works. Eagle Engagement. If you have not downloaded this app, your Eagle Awards app, it's free. You need to download it. Get your phone out, download it now. Ask your partner or whatever who's sitting next to you, hey, have you got your Eagle Awards app? This is where everything is pushed out through. You used to have a Remind account. We don't do that. We push everything out through Eagle Awards now. It tells you everything. It's going to be able to tell you ways to check into different events. It's going to have all the information. Hey, don't forget, sophomores, you have class meetings during your privilege. It'll send you a remind. Your phone you're more attached to than anything. You may not get in student life. You may not get on your Canvas, but I'll guarantee you're going to look at your phone multiple times an hour, right? So everything goes through that Eagle Awards, and it tells you the upcoming events, everything that's there, and guess what? You get points if you check in at these events and things that's going on. You must download and join, and make sure you include your AHS student ID in your profile when you're filling it out if you haven't done that. If you already had that, let me by a show of hands, how many's already got the Eagle Awards app? Awesome. Okay, it's the large majority of you. If you haven't had that, go ahead and get that. It's real easy. It's just a free app that you can get, and it's called Eagle Awards, and you can get on that. Why do we do that? Why are we wanting you to get involved? It's part of the AISD graduate profile. Look down there at the bottom, and here's what we want you to accomplish and be by the time you graduate Allen High School. You've probably heard this before in your freshman meetings and things like that. Maybe you haven't. They talk about it all the time in board meetings and superintendent meeting and all that type of stuff in school meeting. That's what we want you to be. Look over there at the far right. This is what we're talking about today. Responsible, engaged citizens. It is proven that if you're more engaged student, you're going to be more successful. I've got a daughter that's a sophomore in college at the University of Oklahoma. I've also got a freshman, okay? I've seen it firsthand and see how this works. When she was your age, or maybe a freshman, she was full, straight focused on nothing else mattered but ACT and SAT. Then the colleges at the time, boy, that's all they looked at. And they got these guys that scored perfect on their SAT or their ACT and all this stuff, and they're rolling, but they can't communicate with you and me. Now, they may be the first one to solve cancer, right? They're that brilliant, but you still need to be a more well-rounded person. It's okay to put the book down for an hour and go get engaged and communicate with other people, okay? And it looks great on your resume. Oh, not only are they carrying a 4.3 GPA, but they're involved in this and they're involved in this. My daughter played tennis and sports. She was part of the student leadership program. She carried a 4.4 GPA, scored a 34 in her ACT. She's at the University of Oklahoma and paying about $5,000 a year to go to school. Thank you. You know, you can do that and be more engaged, okay, of what's going on. So that's what we want you to do, and it's proven the more engaged you are, the better and more success that you will have. All right, and it looks great on your resume for whatever you're doing, for job and colleges and all that type of stuff. So get involved. What are some ways students can get involved at AHS? Well, I've already talked about a lot of it and say kind of what's there. You know, approved classes at AHS, you're going to get points and stuff that's there, you know, whether it be from student leadership to escadrille to choir to you name it. If it's something that's there, get involved. Okay, and I just showed you how to do those things. There's 117 different ways just here at Allen High School to get involved. Allen School events, college and career. How many of you went to college night the other night? Anybody go to college night? A few hands. Next year, you all should go. There was 150 colleges that were here and from all over the country. And it talks about, hey, here's what we have to offer. They have pamphlets and stuff. You can ask them one-on-one questions. Everything is there. So it was pretty neat to do, and it gives you the information you need. And now maybe you can narrow down, hey, I never thought about going here. Maybe we should go visit that school. After talking to that rep, that sounds pretty cool. So college and career has different things throughout the year where you can get engagement points with. Go to athletic events, but not just athletic events. Go to your fine arts events. I don't know if you've ever seen some of the showcases and stuff that's taking place here, whether it be choir, whether it be some of the plays. Guys, this is like Broadway. And some of the people that are here, they actually go to Broadway when they graduate here. We have dancers and we have actors and we have all types of musicians and stuff. It's phenomenal. We have our talent show, and actually I was a PALS sponsor for years, and that's created by the PALS, the talent show. It blew me away every year, and this place is packed. There's 1,500 people in here, and it's high school students that are putting on a talent show. And I mean, there is some talent. So come to some of these events. I'm not talking about just athletics. Come to all of it. See what's available. Mrs. Junton does a great job every week of showing you and pushing out, hey, don't forget we have a home game here. Hey, don't forget to come watch the play next week at blah, blah, blah. Whatever we have going on at Allen High, come get involved. Come watch it. Come see it. And you'll get earn points and stuff that's there too. Events sponsored by AHS. And the other piece of this is service. A lot of you do weekly service. You do all kinds of things, whether it be at your church and all those types of things. But we want to do internal, helping out here at the school. It may be just helping a teacher moving books from one room to another, or helping them put up a new bulletin board. anything here at the high school. Then let's get involved in the community. Then let's get involved national and then maybe even international. Some of you have gone on mission trips and done different things or whatever. You can make a difference. Did you know that we had a club called PB and Joy? It's peanut butter and jelly sandwiches on Fridays. Mrs. Honeycutt came up with this plan, and they make thousands of peanut butter sandwiches a year, and they go and donate those down to the homeless in Dallas every week. And we've fed thousands of people on a weekly basis. Talk about giving back to your community. That's awesome, all right? And that's one of many of the different programs that's there that does all types of different service. A lot of these clubs and organizations, it's required to have so many service hours and things like that. Well, guess what? You'll get engagement points for that as well. So how's it work? From your Eagle Awards and all that stuff, you got 15 points when you walked in here today, okay? You can get points for all these different types of things that's there by attending house meetings, your class meetings, signing up for Eagle Awards. You got 10 points for just signing up for that. Complete assignments and tasks of Naviance. Down there at the bottom, it talks about financial literacy. Did anybody know we had a financial literacy class? That's just now coming up, all right? That may be one of the best things that we've created here in several years. How many know how to balance your checkbook right now? Probably not very many if they maybe raise your hand. This teaches you how to manage your money. What does interest rates mean? What's the APR? What's that? That's the best thing that you can get involved with. So you can earn up to 50 points going to a financial literacy classes. Some are in person. Some you just go online and you watch and you do that. If you go through the financial literacy part, you'll earn up to 50 points for the financial literacy class. And that is probably one of the best things you can do so you can manage your money. Right now, you depend on your parents too much. Guess what? They're not going to be here forever. You are going to have to take care of yourself, okay? You take care of it. You learn how to do it. Hey, Mom, I need more money in my account. Well, you don't even know how to put money in your account. Where's that money come from? How much money are you spending a month, right? Can I earn interest if I put it in savings? The more you learn, the better off you're going to be. So financial literacy would be a great opportunity for you guys to get involved with that if you have an opportunity. Additional opportunities to earn points. You can see all those things that's there. At least join 2 clubs. Don't overcommit yourself, but you're going to get 10 points. You get 5 points for each club you join. Most of you are already in 2 clubs right now. Probably didn't even know it. But if you're not, join a couple. Find your interest and get involved in those clubs. And then all that different stuff that's out there that you can kind of see and you can read through that too. A lot of the clubs require service hours. We'll give you 1 point for each service hour up to 10. And you can piggyback on them. Like a lot of y'all are in National Honor Society, and then you're in student leadership, or you're in Key Club, or whatever that require service hours. We'll give you 10 points, 1 point for each hour, up to 10. So that's another way to get that. So why are we getting all these points? Why do you want this? What's it about? For you, it's for priority scheduling. Your senior year, it's big time. You can be exempt from your finals, both in the fall and in the spring. 60 points in the fall. Seniors don't have to take your exam. 100 points in the spring, seniors, you don't have to take your exam. All students, priority scheduling, sophomores and your juniors, you get to schedule for the spring, all right, if you have 100 points or more. 48 hours before the rest of the student body gets to go in and try to pick their courses, and it's slow and it's just spinning and you don't know if you're going to be able to get in. You've already done it because you got priority scheduling because you had 100 points with your reward points. And then as a senior, you can also earn a cord. If you have 120 points your senior year, they don't accumulate. You don't get 60 your junior and 60 your senior and you have 120 points. You have to get 120 your senior year. But if you do that, we'll give you an engagement cord along with your Key Club cord or your student leadership cord or whatever cords that you have with you, right? National Honor Society, all those different things that you can get and the accolades when you walk across the stage. So very important as you move through your school, your high school career, that's the engagement piece. And you get rewarded for all of these different actions and things that you do, okay? So the main meat of this is what? Get engaged. Get involved in your school. It's only going to be as good as you make it. It's your school. Guess what? I went to school a long time ago. Had lots of accolades, right? But it's not about me. It's about you. It's your time. It's your school. So get involved, have fun with it, and whatever that is, be involved with it. Do right. Always do your best. Treat others the way they want to be treated. I swear, life is good. Okay? It's hard to do, but do that. See something, say something. Appreciate your time today. You guys have a great rest of the day. And if you got any questions or whatever, let us know. We'll be back here at the back.